Good morning, student. Now you all are ready for our second session of second chapter. This is the second lecture of second chapter. Now let us recapitulate what we have studied in the first session. Now we will recapitulate or recall all those memories what we have studied in our first session of the second chapter with the help of few questions. So let us recognize it. Few questions are here. The first question, the revision questions are: what is autotrophs? What is autotrophs? Those in the first chapter also we have studied about the autotrophs. Those living organisms, especially the green plants who prepare their food by themselves. Now the second is the what is heterotrophs? Heterotrophs means those living organisms, especially the animals and the human beings, for their food they depends on other living organism for their food. They are called as the heterotrophs. Write three main steps in animals for nutrition. What are the three main steps? The three main steps are what? See, these are the three main steps for the animal nutrition. First is the mode of intake. First step is the mode of intake of food. Now second is the food requirement or the food habit. We have studied about the mode of food of intake of food. Means we have studied that different living organisms or the animals or the birds, they are having their different structures through which they will intake the food. Like we have discussed about the sparrow. Sparrow is having a very small beak, but we have also discussed about that hummingbirds, they are having the long tubular beaks. We have also discussed about the cows and the buffaloes, they are having the sharp teeth for their food. And we have discussed about the snake also, they used to take the food, they are having the long jaws, and with the help of that they used to swallow the food. Second is that food requirement and the food habit. Food requirement or the food habit. On the basis of the food habits, we have discussed what there are the three. These animals has been categorized into three parts. These three parts are what? They are the what is the herbivorous animals. Those animals who eats or they depends on the plants only completely. They used to take plants or the plant products. They are categorized as herbivorous animals like the cows and the buffaloes. Now second one is the carnivorous animals. Carnivorous animals means what? Those animals who usually depends on other animals or the flesh eaters, they are called as the carnivorous animals like the lion, tiger. Now third one is the omnivorous animal. Omnivorous animals means those animal who used to take plant also and the animals products also in their feed. They are called as the omnivorous, like the crow or the sparrow, they are called omnivorous. Now the next topic that we are going to have, that is the mode of nutrition. What are the different modes of nutrition we had in our first session of the second chapter? That is the mode of nutrition. What are the different modes of nutrition? So there are the different modes of nutrition in class. Also we have studied, that is the different modes of nutrition. Different modes of nutrition are what? The saprotrophic mode of nutrition, parasitic mode of nutrition, and the third one is the holozoic mode of nutrition. Mode of nutrition, saprotrophic mode of nutrition. The nutrition in which some plants feeds on dead and decaying matter is called saprotrophic mode of nutrition. In saprotrophic mode of nutrition, what happens? The saprotrophs means the organisms which used to depends on the dead decaying matters. They used to secrete their enzymes outside, and these enzymes used to digest the organic food and convert it into soluble form, and these soluble form gets to absorb by the organisms. In this way, the saprotrophs used to take their nutrition. Especially the saprotrophs example is most of the fungi and the bacteria. Now the next mode of nutrition is the parasitic mode of nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which an organism obtains food from some other living organism of different group is called as parasitic nutrition or parasitic mode of nutrition. Example, the roundworm, tapeworm, body louse or the head louse. Now, how does this parasitic mode of nutrition used to continue? How the parasites used to take the nutrition? Now, what does this parasite? Parasites used to live on or inside the body of another living organism, and they used to get benefited from the host, but the host used to get harm from these parasites. They used to cause the infection to the host. Now, next is the holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition is what? The mode of nutrition in which organisms eat their food as a whole are called holozoic nutrition. Example, human being. In this holozoic mode of nutrition, what happens? The food is taken into the body and eaten up, and then it is broken down or digested as according to the provided or required nutrition to the body. So this is the holozoic mode of nutrition. Now our next topic is nutrition in human. How does the nutrition used to work in the human? First of all, study this topic. We should know a very special topic, that is the alimentary canal. What is alimentary canal? The alimentary canal is a long muscular tube present inside our body. It begins from at the mouth and ends at the anus. It is a muscular tubular structures. And what does it do? These canals used to take the food and passes from the mouth to the anus. So this is the work of the alimentary canal. But our digestion or the alimentary canals includes various steps. So let us study the sequence involved in the sequence involves, that are the what are the steps involved in how does the in taking the nutrition in human beings. First step, that is the ingestion. Second is digestion. Third, absorption. Fourth is assimilation, and fifth is egestion. Now egestion involves few. Egestion is what we will study. Ingestion definition also, what happens in ingestion, what happens in digestion, what happens in absorption, what happens in assimilation, and what the egestion means. We will study, we will go through in details, and we will study about these all steps. What are the steps, what they used to happen, what does the work, and what does the ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation means in our next session.